Hi everybody, welcome to another Music Tip Tuesday. Today's music tip is we're going to be working on breathing. So we worked on using our diaphragm to make sure we support our air. We worked on our posture to make sure that we have plenty of room for the air to go up and out. Now we're going to work on using the air. So I'm going to give you three drills to work on that'll help you to increase your ability to breathe. So the first one we're going to do, we're going to breathe in for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, breathe in for 4 counts, breathe out for 8 counts, breathe in for 4 counts, and then breathe out for 16 counts. Now, when you breathe in, just breathe in like normal, and then make a S sound as you go out. That way you know if you made it the whole way. This little tempo block will help you know where you are in the beats. So let's begin with breathing in for 4 and out for 4. So here's our tempo. Breathe in for 4, out for 4. And stop. Easy, right? That's just the warm-up. Now let's go on for something a little bit trickier. So now we're going to breathe in for 4 counts and we're going to breathe out for 8 counts. Let's see if we can make it. So here is our tempo again. Breathe in for 4, out for 8. Stop. Good. All right, if you've made it all the way to the 8, you're doing great. Now, let's go ahead and try to breathe out for 16 beats. The reason we're doing this is because many songs, especially in America, are written what's called 4/4 time, which means that there are 4 beats per measure. And also, we write in what's called a 4-bar phrase. So that means we have 4 measures of those 4 beats. So 4 times 4 is 16. That's why we're trying to breathe to 16. So, are we ready? Here's our tempo. Breathe in for 4, out for 16. Stop. How did it go? If you didn't make it there, that's okay. You can always try to breathe out for 12 and then go for 16 if it's too hard. So that is one of the drills that we're going to do today. The next thing we're going to do, so everybody, go ahead, I'm going to bring this camera down just a little bit, put your hands right here. This is where your diaphragm is. Remember, we did a whole video on the diaphragm. We are going to do what I call the ha-ha drill. Now, what we're doing is we're trying to use that diaphragm to help us spread out the air. It's the same idea, only this time we're going to take in one really big breath. Then we're going to ha 4 times. And then we're going to ha 8 times. And then we're going to ha for 16 times. You could even try going to 32, but we're not going to do this in that video, or this video. You can try that on your own. So ready? So let's start. Put hands right here so you know that you're using the diaphragm muscle. And 4 times. Big breath. Ha, 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 ha. How'd it go? Good. That should have been pretty easy. Let's go ahead and try it for 8 counts. Now remember, don't cheat. If you go ha, 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 that means you're taking in extra air and you're not going to be able to work on breathing or get the benefit of this actual exercise. So let's try it 8 times, breathing out. Ha, ha, ha. You can even do it on a note. I'm going to do it on a note. So here we go. Ready? Ha, 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 ha. How did you do? Okay, now we're going to go for 16. Again, just to reiterate why 16, music, a lot of music for vocal is written in 4/4 time, which has 4 beats, and they're written in 4-bar phrases, so 4 times 4 is 16, which is why we're going for 16 beats. All right, hands on the diaphragm. Right, pick your favorite note, and let's take a deep breath in ha for 16 beats. Ha, 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 ha. How'd it go? I hope it went well. Now, again, you can stretch this out. In fact, I do this with my students all the time. Stretch it to 32 to really push yourself and make sure that you have plenty of air control. All right, so I promised you 3 drills, so I'm going to give you a 3rd drill. So this one, we're going to bring back our friend, our little wooden block. We're going to do what's called a long note drill. Now, I do this a lot with instrumentalists. I don't do it as much with singers, but that doesn't matter. You can do it as a singer just as well as an instrumentalist does. We're going to, again, take in a deep breath, and we're going to try to hold the note for 4 beats. And then we're going to try to hold the note for 8 beats. And then we're going to try to hold the note for 16 beats. I think you're seeing the pattern here. We're going in fours and we're doubling it as we go. You can always do more with these afterwards if you keep doubling. So after 16 is 32. If you're crazy and you really, really want to be a breathing specialist, you can go for 64. But we'll talk about some things to be careful of as soon as we're done with this drill. So, taking a deep breath, we're going to sing a note. Pick your favorite note. We're going to hold it for 4 beats. So, deep breath. La. How did it go? That should have been easy. So the 4 ones are kind of to get your brain into the pattern of what we're doing. Now let's try it for 8 beats. Now here's the thing. I don't want you to increase the volume. I don't want you to decrease the volume. I don't want you to lose the quality of the note. So whatever note you pick, stay on that note, stay at that dynamic level, and keep the intensity or the quality of the note. All right, ready for 8 beats? Deep breath. La. Stop. How'd it go? Good, good. All right, now for the tricky one. Get ready. 16 beats. Deep breath. And la. How did you do? So again, that long note drill, you can go further. You can go to 32. If you didn't make it to 16, we broke it up and we added 4 to 8. So 8 plus 4 is 12. We're trying to stay in that 4 format, so you could do 12 and then go to 16 if you need to do that. All right, so I told you that I'm going to give you a little bit of warning. So let's review before we do the warnings. Number 1, we need to breathe. We need to control our air in order to sing or to play a wind instrument of any kind. We did the breathe in for 4, out for 4, in for 4, out for 8, in for 4, out for 16. We did the ha-ha drill. Remember, we took a deep breath and we ha-ha'd for 4, then 8, then 16. And then we just did the long note drill again. So we had a block to keep the tempo. And we held the note for 4, 8, and 16. Things to watch out for. When you're doing this drill, if you feel like you've run out of air and you really, really need to take a breath, please take a breath. We don't want anyone passing out while they're trying to learn how to control their breathing. It's better to go in small increments. So if you can only make it to 8 and you need to do 12, that's okay. It's better to do those small increments than to try to force yourself to 16 and end up getting very dizzy or not feeling very well. So make sure you're paying attention to your body. Another thing is I'm sitting up using the sitting posture we talked about. You can stand up as well. If you are standing, and I'm pretty tall, so hopefully, okay, if you are standing, make sure your knees stay bent. Why? Well, if you lock your knees while you're working on breathing drills, what's going to happen? There's a good possibility, again, you might start to feel lightheaded and pass out. So these, be careful. Don't get sick. Don't pass out. Make sure you're comfortably standing up with your knees slightly bent or sitting up properly, just like we talked about in the posture video. Okay, well that is your music tip for this Tuesday. It's all about breathing. You have 3 breathing drills. I will see you next Tuesday for the next Music Tip Tuesday. Bye.